If you want to play with God mode in Warframe, this is Mesa. Times 5 Tauforged Topaz Archon Shard for secondary critical strike chance. Up to 375% additional critical strike chance to our regulators. I'm stacking them with my regulators with a little bit heat on them. This way, because for the fast mission it's fully automated and I don't have to worry about that at all. For the build, starting from the aura, combat discipline, the only good pick here, the best pick here, because we need to activate that Arcane Avenger we have. But if you cannot afford Arcane Avenger, you swap it to Precision and you swap your combat discipline to even Pistol Amp, anything else. You will just not need this one. And you need to play it with maximum like 2 points for the capacity, because taking more damage with Mesa kill per second is not anything we really want. Quick word about the Exilus. If you don't have preparation, you can use Mesa's Waltz or anything else, or nothing at all. I just use preparation for easy startup on the missions. Equilibrium is one of the best ways to recover energy for her. Primed Flow, obvious choice, more energy the better. Narrow-minded, because you don't need range. The regulators always shoot at the fixed distance and you cannot increase it. Only the circle, the angle, decreases, and it's like the lowest minimal value if you have low range, but you can just simply recast it. Primed Redirection, that's for later part of the video. Back to the arcanes, like velocity is, let's say, mandatory. Avenger is exchangeable with Precision or anything else, depending if you have Avenger, since I know it's the most expensive one. Just remember, whenever you change anything related to Avenger, like when you remove it, you have to just change your aura, because combat discipline becomes from like the best aura to the most useless one. It's just all about the Avenger. For the secondaries, I use either Nukor, Grimoire or Epitaph. But when I do use Grimoire, the most important thing is Loch and Vohm. The rest is just like set mods like Augur to get more shields, and Karnis, like I usually just use it for Loch, but most of the time I just run Nukor, because Nukor has a real special thing with Mesa. But no matter what you use, there is one thing you can never forget, which is secondary adapter for arcanes and secondary outburst on them. It's the most broken thing for Mesa that you can imagine in this game. There is nothing else better than having secondary outburst on your secondary weapon. And this is the Nukor build I'm using for both damage and priming when I'm using Mesa, just because I'm gonna get insane amount of additional crit anyway to the Nukor, and it has crazy base crit multiplier with a crazy amount of flat crit we're getting for her, so you're gonna be having like a lot of fun. You could use Hollow Point instead primed heated charge, but with primed heated charge you simply get more heat, faster killing for faster stacks for your orange Archon shards. And for the melee of choice, the most quality of life one is definitely Ceramic Dagger with Cannon Blade, since you can stack it with wherever you shoot with your regulators, not only the primary weapons. The tooltip is broken, don't look at the tooltip. Second evolution, obviously you pick 20 initial combo points for your secondary outburst, and the final one is wherever. You only use this weapon for covered lethality, even more initial combo points, corrupt charge, another set of initial points, and I use Melee Crescendo, which I borrowed to my friend, because I only had one and he needed it really. I will have it for the showcase video, but Melee Crescendo, just one, like base one, it's enough. You're just gonna go Vazarin, pull some enemies, kill them real quick, get your finished 12x multiplier, and that's all. Because without it, you will have around like 10 or something multiplier, and you can just do like few kills at the start of the mission and finish the 12 times multiplier. That's interesting. I was just like testing out my Mesa if she's like complete, and I just realized I have one mod missing, and she was kinda blasting everything to shreds and pieces, you know. It's always like funny to see that your build is actually not completed and you just like finished mission with literally God mode, feeling like there's literally nothing that can get better, and there you go. There's one big mod missing. But yeah, what I'm using here mainly is standard stuff. Hornet Strike, Galvanized Diffusion. If you use Arcane Precision, you take out Hornet Strike. Primed Heated Charge for the Archon Shards. Hollow Point, because we get a lot of crit strike chance, so we crit a lot as well. It's like red crits with exclamation mark. And what I was missing was Galvanized Aptitude to finish off the damage bonus. But Hornet Strike is really being the only loose mod that you can swap to anything else because it's not that needed. I don't even know why I'm still using the flat damage, but it is what it is. ICBA changing it, but if you want, you can change it to anything better. Now let me explain you why we're using primed redirection for the shield capacity, and the reason is simple, because we want a Darza Kavat with its 60% flat critical strike chance bonus, and we go like this. We get Bite, so we get Tenacious Bond, we get primed redirection for reinforced bond, Tech Enhance for longer buff, Tech Assault for survival, Cat's Eye is obviously the crit bonus, primed Animal Instincts because it's a companion after all, Fetch, same reason, Link Redirection to get the benefit of that primed redirection we have on the Warframe, and Aerial Bond because there is no enough survival for this guy. You just sometimes jump up with your bullet jump, press your 4 and do some kills to rest the pet real fast. That's not a big issue. And for the weapon different than Ceramic Dagger, if you don't have Incarnon, Furax. Because of the Amalgam Furax body count. You can socket melee crescendo on this, and you can go from the start of the mission. Since it only got 20 initial combo, you will need better crescendo, cause you will need so many more kills otherwise. To be fair, that's a better weapon if you wanna fuck with the melee crescendo stack into full 220 combo points, cause you will just get the same shit you get with Ceramic Dagger and that extra fire rate for free. Here we are, mod, survival, steel pot. I will quickly show you how all of this looks like for me. As soon as a mission like survival starts, I just wait for the enemies, get my nourish up, get my third for the damage reduction up. It's 95% by the way, I didn't mention it, so it's crazy. I go to my operator, do some Vazarin pull in, get some finisher kills. Always tend to instantly put my ceramic into Incarnon mode, purely because it gives you parkour velocity, and that is like one more pro to using the ceramic dagger. I don't have to worry about any like part of taking damage and dying, because it's simply not gonna happen. Like you have to literally fall asleep and not press your 3 to die on Mesa, especially if you're using adaptation like I do here. Well, my cat is about to die because we simply cannot make the cat just sit by your side and do the crit buff. The cat will go to and try help you, which is just a death sentence to itself, but what can you do? Well, simply when you play melee, you play Packrel Leader, and when you play shooting, you play Aerial Bond, and the moment he dies, you jump up into the air and kill stuff to get your pet back. Exactly just like that. Pew pew pew, and he's up, back again, with some invulnerability time. Let's take a look a little bit on the Nukor in this setup. I'm gonna get the hit stacks meanwhile with it. Look how fast it stacks it up. Perfect. And you can go to your 4 and just completely annihilate everything. You can jump, you can stay in one place, wherever suits you more. Just when you stay in one place, remember from time to time, take a walk and pick all the fucking life support packs dropped by the enemies. And here I'm gonna do some finishing, so I can finish my combo points, so I always have the full 12 multiplier for my secondary outburst maximum benefit on crit. Another good part about ceramic compared to Furax is you don't have to do this 220 kills, and the damage ceramic dagger does is just insane. That's a really good weapon overall. So when you have covered lethality for the extra 100 finisher damage, there is literally not a single issue about getting those combo points stacks up. The pet dead again, you bullet jump in the air again, do some killing, pet is back up. It's gonna be like common thing for him, but since he has a cooldown on the crit buff for like 30 seconds I believe, after it falls off, it doesn't change much. Like once he buffs you, he can die and you just jump up, res, and you do beautiful red crits. With his buff you do beautiful red crits with an exclamation mark, which is another tier to your crit. Another 10x multiplier or however much you have. Like you cannot pass on that cut, it's more than the Avenger. Avenger is 45-ish, something like that, and Adarza is just a flat 60. As you can see, I can stand here, shoot, collect from time to time, do crazy damage. I could just jump around, 4 in the air, recast it all the time for the bigger angle, rest pad, repeat, pick loot from time to time. So I have my life support on 100 or close to it. Some more nuke or show off. Like, you know, everything just melts if it's secondary with this setup. Not much to say. Once you have her built like this, you're in a god mode. Like, look my shields. Like, tell me what damage I'm taking. 2 points, 1 point. It's crazy that I'm taking any damage at all. I think my adaptation might have not been stacked or some shit. Like, it's crazy to me that I see damage taken on Mesa. Insane that you can just use her like baseline, you know? Not much into her, like this build is. And still have so much like easy time in Warframe. But once you get your hands into like min-maxing her, you're a god. Stand one place and everything that turns against you just turned into dust. Look at that. This is how cheating in games would look like if it was allowed. Aimbot, god mode, struggle Warframe, get Mesa. She's so easy and looks so boring, but for whatever reason she's still one of my favorite. I don't know, like I love her fashion, the baseline fashion. I just did some coloring on it, and I just love like even the fast movement when you shoot with your 4. Like everything about her I just love. Like such a wonderful frame. So many more frames need this kind of love when they are designed. Like Caliban, Inaros, even after a rework. People were so hyped about Inaros, he's still trash. Just a boring ass frame. No big damage, no nothing. Just a health tanking, which sucks anyway. I don't know, like people try to say that health tanking isn't bad. Yeah, good luck. And here comes the main event I was waiting for, the extra time over. Oh, and I was waiting so long for him to die so fast. What a shame of him. Remember to keep pressing your cat if he dies, cause he brings you fire rate at 60%, 20% extra critical strike multiplier, and 60% critical strike chance. Like this pet has it all. Like all of it. You don't need anything else from Mesa. 35 life support. Let's see how many I'm gonna have left when I pick up everything. Yep, 100%. Kill per second is enough. There is only not enough frags. I wish I could, you know, fight level 3 steel pot, level 4 steel pot. We need it. So there's more enemies or higher level of enemies. Anything. We need some harder stuff. Look at that. My primer just melts it all in a one shot. I mean, I could sit here for 9 hours to show you the level cap, but I can guarantee you not much will change. Like if I really struggled with level cap, I could just do normal finishers, get those little bit of combo points I need to get the 12x, play for armor strip focus or any other type of armor strip, and it would stop being any like problem by being a level cap. You will not die with her. Her adaptation plus her third combo is just making you immortal. That's it. You could just, I don't know, put rolling art, but it's still just too much. You have enough of everything on her. 929 kills, 8 minutes. I hope you enjoyed the POV of cheats fully allowed in games. And if you did, please like, comment, share and subscribe for me. And as always, see you in the next one.